After 2 straight days of just bleh weather where it was rainy and kind of chilly, Hurricane Nicole blew through the southeast. It's finally bright blue skies, and I'm gonna go meet my buddy John, and we're gonna do some videos for his YouTube channel around a car show. But I thought that that would actually be a great opportunity for me to do something that was requested on one of my videos, and that was finding the correct settings for, there it is, for your Insta360 X3. And I was really excited to finally get to answer a question based off of one of my videos. I thought what I would do is I would see what is the best recommended resolution bitrate combo that I could find. So what I'm doing is I've got some footage from a few days ago with the basketball team that I shot in 4K 60, and now I'm going to use it at the car show, and I'm going to export it at different rates. We'll do 20 bit rates, 50 bit rates, 100, 200, and also do in HD at 1920 by 1080, but also do in 4K, just so that we can kind of see what everything looks like, see what maybe looks better, maybe what doesn't look as good. There's John. I'm actually supposed to be meeting John right now. I'm gonna get on the road and try out my poor man's rig. All right, we're gonna give this a try. I've got the 360 on the extended selfie stick, and let's get it up a little bit. So as you can see, I've got it through the headrest, all the way down and resting down there. This is a poor man's system when you don't yet have a way to put it on anything. I had an absolute blast on Saturday filming with John, and I'm actually going to link the video that I made for him up here and down in the description. That's where all the B-roll came from. I was there to kind of help him out with one of his projects, and it's just a lot of fun to work with somebody who's like-minded, who's also trying to do this YouTube thing, but in a different space. But that's not why you came here. You came here to find out what I thought were the best settings for my Insta360 X3. And I've seen a couple videos where they say you want to max it out. You want it to be 200 megabytes per second. Try and export it at 4K if you can, and that's gonna cover you. And in theory, they're not wrong. But I wanted to see, could you get by at 20 megabytes per second in 1920 by 1080? Because there's a significant difference in the file sizes from the 20 megabytes per second at 1920 by 1080 to 4K. And I think what I was looking at was it was roughly 10 times bigger to export it at 200 megabytes per second in 4K than if you did it at 20 megabytes per second in 1920 by 1080. So what I did is I gathered 4 clips, 2 from the basketball shoot that I did for Augusta University women's basketball and 2 from the car show. And the basketball one was filmed in 4K at 60 frames per second. It was in regular 360, not HDR, and it was also shot in a flat profile. Then the car show was filmed in 5.7K at 30 frames per second, again, 360, not HDR, regular 360 in a flat profile. That way I could have a little bit more room to kind of work with if I needed to. And again, what I did after that was I went into the Insta360 desktop app and I exported my files into a linear format, and I did 20 megabytes per second, 50 megabytes per second, 100 megabytes per second, and 200 at 1920 by 1080, and again, all of those at 4K. So I ended up with 8 clips each, but I wanted to take it even a little bit step further. So you'll see here in a minute that I actually even zoomed in at 3x just so that we could kind of get a closer look to see, can you really pixel count? What's going on here? So this is the first clip. So I don't know about you, but I wasn't really able to see that much of a difference, especially when it was full on, just 1x, not zoomed in. When I got into 3x, I could kind of tell a little bit of a difference when I did that last shot between 4K 200 and 1920 at 20. I could kind of see a little bit of a breakdown in the 20 megabytes per second, but not that much to really make me go, I can't make this work. And again, one of the reasons that I'm doing this is if you look at the file sizes, it is a lot bigger to export that at 200 megabytes per second at 4K versus 1920 by 1080 at 20 megabytes per second. It's like a 10x difference there. So if you're looking to save a little bit of space on your hard drive, it's kind of starting to look like it's not that bad of an idea to just go ahead and do 20 megabytes per second at 1920 by 1080. But before we make a final judgment, let's take a look at clip number 2. So once again, I wasn't really able to see that much of a difference here in clip 2. Maybe a little bit again when I had it all the way up and all the way down, but it really wasn't that much. And what I'm also doing is I looked at these clips on 4 different devices just to be sure that it wasn't this one device that was fooling me. I looked at them on my phone. I watched all the clips on my laptop. I watched them all on my different Dell laptop at work. I've got an HP here, I've got a Dell at the office, and then I also used an external monitor to look at them all. So I was trying to do my due diligence there, and I didn't see that much of a difference. So I felt pretty confident in saying that what you're seeing is probably what I'm seeing too. So, but again, in an effort to completely cover all my bases, here are the final 2 clips. So compared to the two basketball clips, I felt like that there is some more noticeable difference in these, especially in the driving clip where I had the truck driving and you could kind of see the trees going by. I felt like that there was a little bit more clarity, obviously, as you got better picture quality. But for me, the results of this test are a toss-up. If you have the space, go ahead and export it to 4K at 200 megabytes per second. But if you're also maybe trying to edit on a laptop and you've only got so much space that you're trying to save some, I don't think you can go wrong with doing 20 megabytes per second at 1920 by 1080 and then upscaling in a different timeline. I feel like you can save space, or you can go ahead and get the most bang for your buck there. Anyways, were you able to notice any differences? Let me know about the timestamp where you were able to say, yeah, I can really see a difference between the 20 and the 50, the 20 and the 200. Where was it that maybe you saw a difference that maybe I didn't pick up on? I'd love to hear from you. Drop that down in the comments below. As always, if you like this video, if you found it informative, please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it, and I will catch you in another video.